Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 11 properties, and why don't we get started? Now, I really don't understand at 1380 Costigan when the record holder is 376, and there's a whole bunch of properties that are trying up in the 390s. This one here is 392.9 with one parking space. The one that sold at 376 had two spaces. You know, and even the white appliances, like if you're going to shoot for record, you have the hardwood, you have the stainless steel, you have all those things that kind of people look for, that model home level. 2 bedrooms upstairs, there's 2 washrooms, 2 full washrooms plus a powder on the main floor. And then you have your one parking space down below. I don't know. I don't see it. Next up is Copeland. It is a Mattamy Village townhouse. Not sure the size of this one. Here's the shot that, to me, you figure the kitchen is the most important part of the room or part of the house for selling a home, and all this stuff on the counters and things on the fridge and things above the fridge, you've got to simplify. You've got to make sure that things are immaculate in the kitchen. Even things like beside the fridge, get them out, put them in the garage. How you sell a house is not how you live in it. And you know, the rest of it doesn't look too bad. It's just a question of the size. I can't tell from the pictures even what model it is to comment on how it's priced, but there are quite a few reasonably sized homes that are 420, 430, that kind of stuff. So if this is a bigger one, all they need to do is just, I think, a bit of a better impression online. Because if people aren't impressed online, they're not going to go see it in person. Now, I was excited to see this because somebody actually got it right. Remember yesterday how there was just a weird, well, it's kind of, or basically what they said is it's a detached home, but not really. And so it was just very confusing. This one says it right. It's a semi-detached. It's like a detached, which not really. I mean, it's not. Only garage is attached. So that's a link. So they've put it as a semi-detached because the category of link is not always searched as much by buyers and agents. So strategically putting it as a semi is a smart move, but then normally in the description you put down that it's only linked by the garage because that's like a semi plus. The other thing that I'd say if I was commanding the ship is that 549.5, the problem with it, we've talked about double bracketing before, so 500 to 550,000 is a price range that people search on, like realtor.ca and so on. 550,000 to 600 is another price range, a separate and distinct price range, but what it shares in common is 550,000. So when you're at 549.5, problem is you're only in the lower category. So if somebody were to start their search at 550, they wouldn't even know about it. Now, functionally, for marketing purposes, listing for $500 more than this price would not change a whole lot. But what it would do is it would add the double exposure of both price ranges, and that's the power of double bracketing. No pictures. You can check the link down below to see them when they're loaded, because this is a real feed from the broker MLS, which is all the source material. So as soon as it's put on there, you refresh the link and it'll show right up. Now this one on Clark looks really good. It's a Powell model. It's about 1,900 square feet, 3 bedrooms plus a laundry upstairs. It has a bit of an inlay on the floor. And I think normally I'm not a big fan of that, but I do like the way that it complements what's going on with the stairs. And pot lights, crown moldings. They've got a decent backsplash in the kitchen, plus a lot of pantry space here too. So I really like this model. I've always liked it. This was actually one of the Mattamy model homes, not this particular house, but this layout was one of the ones that they displayed in their model home collection over on Dolby. Price looks good. Clark can sometimes take a bit of a hit for being busy, but I think that we've seen homes not even as nice as this sell for this price or more. So it's looking good to me. Now you can look at this one on Pausboo for $20,000 more than Clark. Completely different area. The street is a bit quieter on Pawsboo. The layout, I would say, is equally as nice. What it does have that the Powell model doesn't on Clark is it has a main floor den plus living dining, and then you also have the kitchen with the eat-in. Decent looking kitchen. It also has, I believe, 9-foot ceilings on the main floor. The other one on Clark looks like it's 8-foot. And that's really, this one's a little bit smaller. It's on a similar size lot. Clark is 36. This one's 34. Head to head, it's really about what's important to you. I'm not a big fan of busy streets, but I'd still give it to Clark because it just has so much to offer elsewhere. Now, 206 Elmwood, 589.8. Not sure how I feel about that. There's not even a garage. There's a big enough lot to build a garage, but then you build a garage and you're now past $600,000. They've done a nice job inside. I'm not disputing that at all. I just think that these bungalows are probably 1,200 square feet plus the basement, right? We don't usually include basements when we talk about square footage. It just seems high to me for a bungalow. I know that there's been some bungalows that have sold on some different streets, Kingsley Court, but closer to kind of the low to mid five seems to be the range for a renovated, nice bungalow. But, someone can walk in and really love it. And, what do you get as a condo alternative? At least with this one, you're getting the renovations done. So someone moving from, their family home, kids moved out, empty nesting, wanting to simplify. This one at least gives them some kind of a lot at 60 by 120. It's a pretty quiet street. So maybe, who knows? Let's see what happens. Now, Willett Terrace is a Pinehurst. I believe it's 1822 square feet. And if the camera was zoomed out a little bit more, the nice thing about this home, when the front window and the garage are flush like this, a lot of times what people do is they'll extend the driveway out and then have 2-car parking side by side. But inside it is very well done. Lovely looking home. So I've seen homes sell for this for $600, whatever. It doesn't have a finished basement, doesn't have any kind of green space or anything like that, but for the way it looks, and the layout is good. When you walk inside, you like it. Landscaping outside, pergola, I think they're going to do it. I mean, single garage is over 6. I mean, usually you got to be over 2,000 square feet, but I think they make this one up just on quality and impression. Okay, last one. We're hopping over to 70 Charles Street, $400,000. Offers are being held until November 28th, which is like 2 weeks from now. There's no momentum in that. I've talked about this before, is that if you're going to do offers, you do it on about a 5-day window. Equally as bad, I think, are agents that list a property on Thursday and then we're taking offers on Saturday night. It's just not enough time. The right window where it gets out to the public, it starts gaining momentum, is around that 4 to 6 day window. I think they're really going to lose some steam if they wait till the 28th. This one has a chance of selling for more. It doesn't give you any inside shots. It says it's sold in as-is condition. There's 1 bathroom in the whole house. I wouldn't expect miracles inside, but I love this location. So where it is on Charles, here it is, semi-detached here. Now this is a pre-World War II home, so we're talking about a completely different foundation. We're talking about the brick is actually the structure here. We're talking about potential knob and tube issues, different plumbing, all kinds of things that just with this generation of home are way different than anything else we see in town. Before about 1950, it's night and day, the difference in construction. So I like the surroundings here. That home is gorgeous. That home is gorgeous. All of the houses along these little streets here, Lydia and stuff like that, they're just wonderful. Really nice. That is, Main Street is right a little bit in front of this building here. So right here, you've got Mill Pond within a couple minutes walk. Just a very convenient, nice location. and 400K. I mean, you can't even buy anything in the new part for that price, especially with a backyard. And you're about 120 deep. This is about the same size lot as a Timberley semi, like on Laurier or something like that. So I don't know. If it's really, really bad, I would think minimum would be full price, and it could go up from there. So there we are. That's the list. Kind of a fun one. If you have any questions, reach out to us, and we are definitely here to help you. 905-693-9346. Have a great day.